Evidence shows that officers both knocked and announced their presence at the apartment. The officers' statements about their announcement are corroborated by an independent witness who was near in proximity to apartment 4.
Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron detailing the police raid that ended the life of Breonna Taylor on March 13th. Her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, claiming there was no announcement and that he fired his gun once in fear, a shot that hit the lead officer, Jonathan Mattingly, in the leg.
Sergeant Mattingly returned fire down the hallway. Mattingly fired 6 shots. Almost simultaneously, Detective Cosgrove, also in the doorway, shot 16 times. This all took place in a matter of seconds.
Of those shots, according to Cameron, 6 struck Breonna Taylor, a Louisville EMT. Neither of those officers will face charges.
Our investigation found that Mattingly and Cosgrove were justified in their use of force after having been fired upon.
But the shots fired by Detective Brett Hankerson drew the only charges in the case.
Detective Hankerson fired his weapon 10 times, including from an outside sliding glass door and through a bedroom window. Some bullets traveled through apartment 4 and into apartment 3 before some exited that apartment.
An apartment occupied by a man, a pregnant woman, and a child. None of those shots hit Taylor, according to Cameron. The grand jury returned 3 charges of wanton engagement in the first degree against Hankerson, charges likely telegraphed by Louisville's interim police chief, who earlier this year fired Hankerson, citing evidence that he fired indiscriminately into Taylor's apartment. A.G. Cameron calling for calm on the streets of Louisville in the wake of the decision.
There will be celebrities, influencers, and activists who, having never lived in Kentucky, will try to tell us how to feel, suggesting they understand the facts of this case and that they know our community and the Commonwealth better than we do. But they don't.
Before the announcement, Louisville's Mayor Greg Fisher invoking a 72-hour curfew effective tonight from 9 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. Last week, Fisher announced that the city had agreed to a $12 million settlement with Breonna Taylor's family that included more than a dozen police reforms. Now, in the last few minutes, we have seen some clashes between protesters and police with some arrests. And as we've said, there is currently a state of emergency in that city. And as you said earlier, the governor has the National Guard on standby. We will, of course, continue to monitor any developments there.